Okay, so let's talk about the new relic Forbidden Chest. I think this relic is now the strongest relic in the game. I do think it's better than the previous strongest relic, Zephyr Spear. You can disagree, but that actually doesn't matter because they're both insanely strong and you want both of them if you can. So it really doesn't matter which one is stronger because they are both very powerful. So I think Forbidden Chest is better in PvP than in PvE. So at least in player versus player, Forbidden Chest is stronger than Zephyr Spear, and Zephyr Spear might be better than Forbidden Chest in PvE, like when you are not against players. Why? Let's look at the effect of Forbidden Chest. So the first one is deal damage. So this one is damage to all enemies, and spare is only to backline enemies. So in this game, the relic damage are usually pretty low, so it's not gonna matter if the one damage is higher or lower than the others. But this one damage to all enemies, meaning that it will pop more Holy Shield than spare. So that's one like minor difference between this one. Like that's why I said chess is better. This is one minor reason. So let's move on to the important ones. So this is a link skill. We talk about this later. This one, the Revealing Light, instantly restore 100 energy. So this effect is the same as Spare. That's why I say they're both really good. So the relic additionally increased the max HP of all allies by 25% for 2 rounds. And Forbidden Chest increase max HP, but Spare increases attack. So PvE, in PvE against like when you're against bosses or when you're just simply in mission, attack is gonna be more impactful because you want to kill enemies, and in general the PvE bosses and the stages in mission and the Palace of Penrose, they will have a lot of health and defense, so increasing your offense would be more important. Okay, Spare's second passive is that it grants shield to equal to 500% attack to all allies. And the second passive of Forbidden Chest is more interesting. So this one instantly reduce the relic energy of enemies by 40. So usually how this plays out is that in the beginning of the battle, everyone will have 20 energy. Yeah, that's the rule of this game. And if you act first and two of your units take action before the enemy, then you will get 30 energy, and that will let you cast your Forbidden Chest because it costs 30 energy unless you can make this Forbidden Chest to 8 a 9-star, and it will cost 20 energy instead. So this one, and this will reduce enemies' relic energy by 40. So the enemy will lose the 20 energy they have in the beginning and not be able to cast their relic until like later. So it will delay the enemy's relic chain. So this effect is only useful in PvP because in PvE the enemy doesn't have relic, thus reducing their relic energy doesn't do anything. Okay, let's move on to the link skill. So this is a new version of link skill I really like because it's no longer linked to some specific heroes. Instead, it has like a team building cost. So it says deploy a hero of each of 4 different faction synergy has a 40% chance to trigger the relic of entire teams 2 times. This effect can be triggered up to 3 times per round. So this might be a little confusing, but what it's essentially saying is you want your team to have 4 different faction synergies not activated but deployed. So, for example, in my arena team, this team I have here will satisfy the requirement because look at the faction synergy. It has 2 demon and 2 celestial and 1 Verdian. So this Verdian, so it's not activated, but since it has 1 piece Navi here, it will count. So what's the fourth one? The fourth one is actually Royal. So Royal is also a faction synergy. That's what I miscounted at first. So I thought this team will be only have 3 faction synergy, but it actually 4 because Royal is also a faction synergy. And I believe once I got the Light Seeker on Navi activated, it will also count again. So basically, it's pretty easy because a standard team is actually 2 Celestial and 2 Demon and another non-D&D hero that's really broken, like a Troops or Navi or maybe sometimes Mavis. So most team can activate this. So yeah, that's why I say this effect is it's gonna be easier to activate than people think, just because the Royal synergy is also a faction synergy. So yeah, if you can try summon for the Forbidden Chest in the Mythic Forge event, if you can do 25 pull, you will guarantee to get 1 copy of Forbidden Chest, so it's 90 shard, and that's really good. Because this relic is good at 1 star. So at 1 star, it will activate this effect. So the gaining 100 energy effect and the increase max HP effect. And as you advance at 2 star, it will unlock this effect, the link effect, where deploying heroes of 4 different faction synergy will give you a chance for your all the relic, including the Forbidden Chest itself, to cast 2 times. And for at 3 star, it will activate the reduced relic energy effect. So yeah, this relic is gonna be useful at low star, and of course at a high star it will be even stronger. So yeah, this is my review of the new relic Forbidden Chest. I believe is as strong as Zephyr Spear, if not stronger. And the rest of the video will be some recording of Forbidden Chest in action.
May the gods grant us victory.